Welcome to the Activated Story Theater's 171st podcast.
This episode, we bring you the further adventures of the Third Little Pig, a story from England.
Hi, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Kimberly.
And together we are the Activated Actors!
We are coming to you from Modesto, California this time around,
where we've been having a very busy April performing at all the libraries in Stanislaus County.
Can you guess how many libraries there are in Stanislaus County? 13. We are going to be doing all 13 libraries. We're in the middle of the run right now. We also have shows coming up in San Leandro and Tracy, and we've been performing all throughout the Bay Area in Oakland and San Jose and
as a matter of fact, those 13 libraries are exactly half the number of performances we have this month. So it's been a busy month.
So we haven't had much time to travel and actually see anything. We have been in the Bay Area. We did get to see the San Francisco from miles away. But it's just been too busy. And we did a photo shoot this month. So we have been very, very busy working on props and costumes and sets for the photo shoot. And we're really excited to see those pictures. And then we've also been gearing up for our new performance. The show that we're doing right now is going to be closing this Saturday. So it'll be the last chance to see the gingerbread man, the tortoise and the hare, Storm Along Races the steamship, and Racing the Troll. Last chance to see all of those stories will be on Saturday, April 29th. We'll give you the details about that coming up. And then we open our new show June 3rd. So we're getting ready for that. We did do one kind of interesting thing, well, at least I think it was interesting, on the way up from Los Angeles to the San Francisco Bay Area. And that is that I got to meet my birth mother for the first time ever. I just recently found her. I was adopted. You've listened to our podcast all the way through. You got to meet one of my sisters. She helped podcast one of our shows back in September, October.
I believe it was September
of this year. So just recently I've discovered who my birth family is. I found my birth father's side of the family, and I have 5 brothers and sisters over there. Getting to know them. And just recently discovered, it was in July that I found my birth mother and just got to meet her in March. So that's some kind of exciting news that's been going on in our lives. Other than that, we haven't really done too much sightseeing or traveling.
No, maybe we can get her to do a guest spot on a podcast.
We will be seeing her again in May. She's actually coming up to Reno, where we're going to be stationed putting together our new show. We'll be visiting my parents who adopted me, and my birth mother is going to be coming up to meet them in May too. So maybe we'll get a chance to have her say hi. I don't know. So usually we do get to travel around and see a lot of exciting things and adventures. And if you would like to travel with us, you can do that on social media. We have Snapchat. We are Activated Story on Snapchat. You get a real behind the scenes glimpse in what we do on Snapchat. And then on Instagram, if you're on Instagram, we are Activated Story Theater, Theatre. And of course, we also have Facebook if you want to make sure you are in the loop, when those shows are coming up, when we're going to be in your area, what's going on. Definitely follow us on Facebook. We are Activated Fans on Facebook. Or if you just look for Activated Story Theater, you'll find us on Facebook. So come along, travel with us. We want to take you with us.
Yes, and we want to thank all of the podcast listeners who have been coming to our shows in Northern California.
Yes. Thank you.
Unfortunately, we didn't get the names of everyone. We do know that the Valby family from Santa Cruz. Came to our show in
they came all the way to San Jose.
All the way to San Jose, so we really want to thank them for coming.
And the youngest Valbys got a chance to be in our show, so that was great. They came early and got to be on stage with us. So we were and they're talented, let me tell you. I guess all of our podcast listeners are talented.
Of course.
So you just need to come to a show. If you want to be in one, come to a show before it starts, a half hour before it starts. And we always have parts. We're always showing kids what to do. It is limited to 12 kids that get to participate with us. And you do have to be age 6 and up. But you are invited.
Yes, absolutely.
And there was another family in...
There was a family in Modesto.
At the Modesto Main Library.
We didn't get their names, unfortunately.
I know. Sorry, guys.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. We had fun.
And there was a family at the San Jose show that I don't know if they're podcast listeners, but they have come to our shows for many years, or they did many years ago when our son was performing with us.
So, yeah, he's a teenager now. I guess he was pretty young when our son was performing with us, and he's a teenager, and he was like, it's a blast from the past. So that was fun to see that.
He meaning their son.
Yeah, their son.
Not our son.
Was saying it was a blast from the past to come see us perform, and they have the CDs and whatnot, and so really happy to see you all at the shows. Glad you guys are joining us, and we are excited to tell you this story.
Yes.
If you go back in our podcast, long time ago we did a version of the Three Little Pigs, but we spoonerized it. We did some spoonerisms.
Oh yes, we did, didn't we? I forgot about that.
We did some spoonerisms in that story, and that one is called the P Little Thrigs, because we know the Three Little Pigs. I think you've heard the story, right? So the P Little Thrigs is our way of doing that one. Go back, listen to that one. That is a funny podcast if you haven't heard that one.
And what we're going to do now is, most people don't realize this, but the Three Little Pigs that you often hear is really a shortened version of the original story. So we're going to give you what they left out.
This is the further adventures of the third little pig and the big bad wolf. A story from England, otherwise known as Great Britain.
Now, you've all heard the story of the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf. You've heard how the first little pig made a house out of straw.
Straw la 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 la, straw la 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 la.
And along came the wolf and blew the house down and gobbled up the pig.
Huh?
Or didn't. Brat. And the second little pig built a house out of sticks.
Stick.
And along came the big bad wolf and blew the house down and gobbled up the pig. Or didn't.
Phew.
Hey, come on. So the third little pig built a house out of brick.
Brick, ba 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 brick, ba 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 brick, ba 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 brick, brick, ba 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 brick.
You may think you already know everything that happened then, but there is more to the story that doesn't usually get told. Let's join the action already in progress. Little pig, let me in.
Oh, that's very rude. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
I think I've got this down by now. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down.
I doubt it. You cannot change the laws of physics.
All right, you asked for it. That was just a warm-up. All right, this time I really mean business. Yuck! My breath bounced back on me. Drat, I can't get in with my breath, so I'll have to use my brains instead. Oh, little pig.
Wee wee.
I didn't know you were French.
Wee.
Tell me, do you like turnips?
Of course, if they're dirty enough.
Well, you're in luck, because I know where you can find the plumpest, dirtiest turnips you ever ate.
Really? Where?
Down the road near the old red barn. It's hard to tell you exactly. Tell you what, meet me at the barn tomorrow at sunrise, and I'll guide you to them.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
This time tomorrow, I'll be pigging out. I'll get to the barn first and hide in the bushes, and when that piggy comes... But the next morning, the pig arrived well before sunrise.
That wolf thought he could trick me, but I always look ahead. He expects me at dawn, so I'm getting here before dawn to find the turnips myself. Let's see, that barn's supposed to be around here somewhere. Ah, voila! Now, the turnip patch is supposed to be close by. Oh, here we are. Now I'll just grab some and get back home before the wolf gets here.
And then, a short while later, it's almost sunup when that scrumptious little piggy will turn up for the turnips. Come on, piggy, where are you? Come on, piggy. Don't keep me waiting. Huh? What's this? Piggy prints in the dirt, and some of the turnips are gone. Oh, I'm going to eat that little piggy twice for this. And then, a little while later, back at the piggy's brick house.
Oh, I really love turnips. It could use a little more dirt, though.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Jamaican.
Jamaican who?
Jamaican appointment with me or not?
Sorry, I got there early. Guess I forgot to change my clock. Hope you don't mind.
Huh? No, of course not. Curses, foiled again. No more Mr. Nice Wolf. Oh, little pig.
You rang?
Do you like apples?
Of course, if they're rotten and full of worms.
Well then, I would love to see you with an apple in your mouth. I know where there's a tree with the most delicious apples you ever saw.
Really? Are they rotten?
They're the most rotten and squishy and disgusting you ever barfed at.
Oh, great! Where is this apple tree?
It's over the hill near the old bridge they built to replace the new bridge. Tell you what, meet me at the bridge tomorrow at noon, and I'll take you to the tree.
Terrific! Sounds like a plan.
Great. See you then. Oh, and watch out for the trolls. I wouldn't want them to eat you. I know what that piggy is thinking. Try to get there early again. So this time, I'll get there earlier than early, so piggy's earlier will come later. Oh, I'm so clever. So the next day at the bridge...
I know what that wolf is planning to do. He's planning to get here earlier than early. So, I'm getting here earlier than earlier than early. So his earlier than my early will be later than my early than earlier than early, even though it's earlier than my later would have been. Well, let's see. I'm supposed to find a bridge. Oh, there it is. I know there's supposed to be an apple tree around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Whoa, I know. Pigs can't fly, but I hope we can at least climb. Oh, I hope there's no snake in this apple tree. Oh my, these look like tasty apples indeed. They make me want to give myself a bellyache.
Aha! Now you're really out on a limb. You have to get up awfully early in the morning to fool me.
You're just in time.
I'll say I am.
I saved the best apple of all for you.
You have?
Yes, of course. Here, catch.
Oh, hey, I'm not Isaac Newton. Now, where did it get off to? Oh, never mind the apple. The piggy is getting away. Come back here, you bucket of chitterlings. And the wolf chased the pig back to his house, but the pig rushed through the door and slammed it shut just in time. Ouch! That smarts. There's got to be some way to lure that pork roast out into the open. Little pig, little pig.
That's my name. And I guess I don't have to tell you my address.
Tell me, do you like fairs and/or carnivals?
Oh, I love them. The last time I went to a fair, I won a blue ribbon for having the curliest tail.
Well, it just happens that they're having a fair tomorrow over in Scarborough. I've heard that they're going to give a special prize, a huge barrel of slop, to the smartest, cleverest pig in the county.
Really? Oh, well, in that case, perhaps I should go.
Yes, indeed, I think you should. I can guarantee that it will be a fair you will never be able to forget. The next day, the pig indeed went to the fair.
Oh my, this is indeed a splendid fair. Musicians and jugglers and face painting, and pottery and jewelry and food. Oh, and I am especially impressed with the first aid station. That's the best I've ever seen. That's very important, to have a good first aid station. Uh-oh. Unless I'm mistaken, I see a member of the wolf family approaching. The one named Big Bad, who's been knocking on my door. Oh, I should have known he'd be here.
Here, Piggy. I know you're here somewhere. And it's not going to be that easy for a talking pig to blend in with all the other species here.
Oh, I have to think fast. Fortunately, I know just how to do that. Oh, there's a booth vending butter churns. That gives me an idea. Sir, excuse me.
Yes, my little porcine friend. What can I do for you?
I'd like to buy the biggest, roundest butter churn you've got.
Well, now, how about this one right over here? It was made by one of the Bunyan family.
Oh, that's just perfect. How much?
5 pennies.
Do you take piggy pennies?
Yes, but I'll have to add a half-penny for money exchange fees. There's no piggy bank around here.
Oh, fine. Here you are.
Oh, thank you, my friend, thank you. And it's a very stout and sturdy churn. It's okay if you're ham-fisted with it. But the pig did not want to use the churn to churn butter. Instead, the pig climbed inside it and started it rolling down the hill right in the direction of Big Bad J. Wolf. Yikes! A newfangled high-tech contraption-a-majig headed right this way. This fair is not safe. I'd better get out of here. Yes, the wolf had the height of a wolf, but the heart of a chicken. So he ran away back home, and as soon as he felt it was safe, that is, the next day, he made his way back to the piggy's brick house.
I don't have to be a psychic to know who it is this time. Thank you, kind sir, for telling me about the fair. I had a lot of fun, and I won a blue ribbon for not being a bore.
So, you were really there? Did you get frightened by the runaway contraption-a-majig?
You mean the butter churn? That was my butter churn, and that was me getting churned inside it.
What? That piggy made a fool out of me? Well, that's the last straw. And stick and brick. So, little piggy wants to play rough, eh? Well, if you won't let me in, and I can't blow the house down, I'll just have to find some other way in. I've got it. I'll go through that thing on the rooftop. Up the house.
Is it just my imagination, or do I hear something? I guess it's just my imagination. There goes my imagination again. But it's too early for Santa Claus. Oh, maybe it's Martians. I'll just, I'll look through my little periscope. That's a very furry Martian. It looks like he's planning to slide down the chimney. Well, I should make sure he has somewhere to land. Like a nice warm pot.
These blasted chimneys are really tight these days. And it's getting really warm in here. Hey, do I smell something burning? Smells like fur.
Dinner is served. Here you go. Wolf it down.
And that's the story of the further adventures of the third little pig and the big bad wolf.
Yay! We're going to be incorporating part of that extended version into our staged production of The Three Little Pigs, which opens this June, and we'll be playing all the way through 2018, through May of 2018.
That show, our new show, opens in June in Arkansas. We'll be doing summer reading programs all over the country.
Oh, yes. We have got a bunch of shows coming up, and I will get you those schedules in a minute. As you're waiting to see where we're going to be, when we're going to be, what we've got coming up, I want to ask everybody, too, to make sure you subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss a story. Leave us reviews and tell your friends about it.
Now, in April still, we have some shows, just a few shows this coming week, a few chances to catch us.
Yes, you can catch us at the Series Library on Monday, April 24th.
At 3:30. And on Tuesday, April 25th, at the Waterford Library. This is in California, by the way.
Yes.
Waterford Library, that's also at 3:30.
On Wednesday, April 26th, we will be at the San Leandro Library at 7 o'clock, and that is always a very, very full audience. Lots of people come to that show. The doors open at 6:50. Everybody lines up to get into that show, so make sure you're there early. And we'll be doing Tortoise and the Hare and the Gingerbread Man at that show.
And then on Thursday, April 27th, we're at the Tracy Library at 4 p.m.
And we're going to be doing Racing the Troll and the Gingerbread Man at that show. And then we have a show at a preschool, and that's going to be in Denair. And then Saturday, April 29th, will be the final performance of Tales Afoot at 11 o'clock in Salida. You can catch the Gingerbread Man and Tortoise and the Hare.
And then at 2 o'clock at the Patterson Library. And at that show, we'll be doing Racing the Troll and Stormalong.
They'll be the final performances of Tales Afoot. Last chance. In May, we are putting a new show together. And then coming up in June, we'll give you actual details later, or you can always visit our website, activatedstorytheater.com/schedule.html, or just go to activatedstorytheater.com, and you will find our schedule of all of our upcoming performances. But this summer, look for us in Fort Smith, Springdale,
Judsonia, Yellville, Rogers, Fayetteville, Jonesboro, Pangburn, Mountain Home, Walnut Ridge, Augusta, Wynn, Beebe, Hot Springs, Eudora. Those are all in Arkansas.
In North Carolina, you can catch us in Richland, Sneads Ferry, Swansboro, Jacksonville, High Point.
Then Pulaski, Virginia.
Then we're back to North Carolina. We've got more shows coming up in North Carolina in July. We will be in Hampstead, Burgaw.
And then back to Virginia. Henrico, Richmond, Sandston, Henrico, then West Virginia.
And then we're in West Virginia, St. Albans, Charleston, Dunbar, St. Alb, Bell.
And then to Delaware, Wilmington.
In August. This is August. Now we're in August.
Right. Then in August, yes. Wilmington, Delaware, Sealands Grove, Pennsylvania, Beavertown, Pennsylvania, Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
And then we're on the way up to New Hampshire. We'll be in Sunapee. I'm saying that right, I hope. Sunapee, New Hampshire.
Then Chatham, Massachusetts, Blackstone, Massachusetts, Braintree, Massachusetts, Wellesley, Massachusetts.
And
that's our summer.
Our summer.
So far.
So far. We are adding more shows. So if your library is not being activated, tell them that they need to call us now. We do have some dates available in the New England area in August. Everything else is booked solid. So activatedstorytheater.com for more information about our shows, or bring us to your school next year. The new show will be touring New England September, October. Then we take it down to the Florida, South Carolina area, south for the winter. We head across the U.S. in February. In March, we are back out in the California, Oregon, Washington, West Coast area. And then we'll be putting a new show together. So that's our tour. Thank you so much for listening to our show. We've enjoyed activating you, and we encourage everybody to #BeActivated.
And until next time, stay activated.
Activated Story Theater is committed to bringing fun, educational shows to schools and libraries nationwide. On stage, we use physical comedy, American Sign Language, imaginative props, and a giant, oversized book to bring multicultural folktales to life. For booking information, check out our website, activatedstorytheater.com, where you can also find out when the activated actors will be performing near you. Read a story, or order one of our audio CDs. You can subscribe to this podcast on iTunes or listen on Stitcher. We look forward to your comments and folktale suggestions. Stay activated. Until next time.